Buongiorno! And welcome to another episode of Davido's Secrets. Today, we're doing a very, very yummy dish that's very close to my heart. It is Davido Waterfront's gnocchi. And I have a traditional recipe from my grandma, but this one's been adopted by, would you believe, an Australian. So, sorry, Grandma. It's actually better, but it's really, really yummy. It consists of some Sicilian ricotta, some kosher salt that's been ground up in a mortar and pestle because it needs to be dissolved, some white pepper, some grana padano, which is a grana padano parmesan cheese, which is from the southern part of Italy, some lovely organic eggs, some basil, and a 50-50 split of sorghum and plain flour. And the secret to light and fluffy gnocchi is to put the flour in last and not work it so much. Okay. Just separating the yolks at the minute. Yeah, and another way to separate eggs is through the fingers. So just get your egg brew and do it very graciously. So what you have in your hand is a little ball of sunshine right there. Actually, I reckon that's the easiest way. So there's the egg yolks. Egg yolks in. Ricotta cheese in. Grana padano. Come back in about 20 minutes. That'll be in. Got some basil, got some beautiful basil here. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. That's going to go in there with his friends. So now we're just going to add the last couple of ingredients before the flour, which we're going to do last. Salt and pepper. And then we're just going to give it a really thorough mix. It's nice and light. But make sure you mix this thoroughly. It's very important that you mix this really, really well. When we add the flour, it's just a very, very gentle sifting through the mix, just very, very carefully, not to work the gluten in the flour too much. Okay, that's really mixed in really well. Now finally the flour, which is the most important aspect to this to make it nice and light and fluffy. It doesn't need to be sifted. And what you're doing now is just basically incorporating it very carefully and not working the flour too much. This is really the crucial part of this mix. What you don't want is to work the flour into the mix. It just leaves you with very doughy, and a lot of that fluffiness and lightness goes. So you want to make this nice and light. And that's basically it. Don't work it too hard, because now we're going to roll them, which I guess is the final part of the kneading process, and then put them in some really hot water for 40 seconds until they float. Done. The dough that we've very carefully kneaded, I'm going to shape it into a sausage, very carefully, not to work the dough too much. And basically it's just a job of rolling it nice and even.
Can you give me one more of that after you've done this?
That's it. Do you want me to do another lot?
One more now, and I just want to get filled. tell me about.
Okay, make sure the bench is well floured. Take a little bit in your hand and start to shape it. Just be careful not to work it too much. Onto the board, and very gently and very evenly, just being conscious of not working that dough too much, just gently rolling it. Fantastico! We're going to put them in some boiling water and give them a hard time for about 30 seconds until they float to the top and they're ready to eat. Thank you.
That's okay from that side, but I think I should be the other.
Okay, so now we've finished making the gnocchi. Now it's just a matter of putting them into boiling water, boiling salted water. So make sure you put a decent amount of salt in the water. Okay, still boiling, and basically you just quickly plonk them in and wait for them to rise to the top. And once they rise to the top, we put them over here into some iced water to cool down really quick, or else they get very, very soggy.
Go.
Yay! Our little heavenly pillows of goodness are ready. Into the ice water you go. Just love those ancient grains. King Island. Eggs, King Island. Beautiful. Just move that to the side. So that, my dear friends, incredibile.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. How good is that timing? Impeccable, brew. Hands. All of my hands. Buongiorno. I'm a T-Rex.
Don't make me laugh, I'm shaking. Okay. Okay.
Well, if I can't do what I do,
No,
what do I do? Oh, I'm going to go fantastic like this.
Okay.
It's just a simple matter. So it's just a simple matter. It's just a simple matter of answering the phone. The timing is impeccable.
Is it a simple matter?
It's simply a matter of difficult operations done in an insequential order.
Okay, so what do you do with this stuff?
Okay. So basically, it all goes into the bowl. We give it hell, and we roll it, and we fold it, and roll it again, layer upon layer upon layer. Sarah Lee, thank you.